Here with us in the studio to help us understand why the case was dismissed is attorney Jeffrey Steinberger.
Celebrity defense attorney Jeffrey Steinberger
is a celebrity defense attorney.
Jeffrey Steinberger, good morning.
This client is innocent. Let's not make this an OJ case.
10,000 people should go free, even if they're criminals, as long as one innocent doesn't spend one night in jail.
Hollywood loves it. They love to see the sex. They love to see the scandals. The internet is the wild, wild west.
Where was the murder charge? They ended up going into voluntary manslaughter.
And we don't know if he's guilty yet. He still is innocent. Silly, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible. You deserve to be in prison.
The first thing is we can't touch the sicko yet.
This is a celebrity brouhaha. He has full sanction to do everything that he wants. Fathers and daughters in Arkansas, are you kidding?
We're going to let this wacko walk.
And you're losing the jury. And look, let me get this straight. I'm a criminal defense lawyer.
To new developments on the Lindsay Lohan arrest. The young star sending an email to Access Hollywood, the program. In it, she says she's innocent, and the cocaine police found in her pocket wasn't hers. Lee's Wheel and celebrity defense attorney Jeffrey Steinberger are here to talk about the very latest.
Lindsay's a train wreck, out of control. She's either going to be going to the morgue or to jail, and this time she's probably going to jail. My celebrity clients all follow the same pattern. Accelerated drug use. She's now upped it from alcohol to alcohol and cocaine, and accelerated frequency of arrests. She has 60 days from the Beverly Hills arrest to the Santa Monica arrest. This is not the atmosphere after Paris's debacle to be playing with these judges. They have a no-nonsense for celebrities mode, and she's going to be looking at 30 to 60 days at least minimum in jail, and a drug rehab program that's at least 6 months to a year. This is not going to be a Mickey Mouse 28-day program. She's not going to get away with that this time. They're not playing with these girls. They're not playing with these celebrities. You got to take the celebrity out of this, and you got to look at her as a 21-year-old kid who's really in danger. And it's probably the best thing that's going to help this kid get out of this cycle.
Celebrity bad behavior from Lindsay to Paris. If a star gets in trouble, forget about it getting swept under the rug like the good old days. A proposed bill now in the California legislature could end all that. Pat LaLama is a celebrity journalist, and Jeffrey Steinberger is a criminal defense attorney. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me start by asking you, Pat, the mugshots are what we're talking about, and the fact that they do get out into the public.
Exactly.
Jeffrey, do celebrities have a case as it is, or are mugshots public property, if you're in the public eye?
Jamie, of course they have a case. Celebrities are like every other citizen. Just because you like them in Ocean's 11 doesn't give them less rights than everybody else. They have a right. They have a right to jury trial. They have a right to constitutional rights, and they don't have a right to have their mugshots disseminated across the nation and be proven guilty to the rest of the public before they're even tried. The horrendous part about this is that if the cops and the government officials keep doing this and they become bounty hunters for the tabloids, so they get the big money, the criminal justice system suffers. You can't do that, because what you end up having is the police are not doing protect and serves, they're cops for cash.
Right now I'm joined by Jeffrey Steinberg, who is a celebrity lawyer in Los Angeles. Jeffrey, welcome to you. Let's talk about what we know and don't know in terms of the potential charges here. If O.J. Simpson went into that hotel room armed, even if to take back his own property that he believes is rightfully his, this sports memorabilia, what kind of charges might he face?
Alex, it has nothing to do with whether it was his property or not his property. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. This cocky, narcissistic moron, absolutely, if he did that, he committed a robbery.
We all know that celebrity clients tend to be a little different than the average bear, but this is pretty unbelievable stuff that I was reading. Agree or disagree?
Ashley, it's different stuff, and that's why you're covering it. This is a Hollywood trial. This is what they indicted him for. Stop giving me all this expletives, and he's a bad person, and his hair looks like crap, and he doesn't look, and he looks weird. That
Hey,
ain't
Jeffrey.
It. That ain't it for a trial.
Listen, I'm not a lawyer, okay? I am the kind of person that you are talking to in the jury box. That does make a difference, and it sort of speaks to the character of the person we're dealing with. It tells me there's a lot of hubris and someone who doesn't give a you know what about what's going on, and certainly doesn't think he needs to be prosecuted for it.
Ashley, hubris is hubris, but it's not murder. And you know what? He does have a dead body there. He has a woman who has her brains blown out, who has her teeth blown out. There's blood all over the place. He's afraid. And if he didn't do it, what would his reaction been then? I mean, would it have been any different? Do we know? Can we tell yet? It'd be better if he called the police and said, I had an accident and I did 911. That would be the best of all opportunities. He's got a dead woman there. In putting it before the jury and showing what he is, just because he doesn't call at that particular time, he could have had a million things on his mind. If he didn't do it, and just look from the aspect, if he didn't do it, he wanted to try and see if she was alive. He wanted to make sure something was going on. He couldn't believe that this happened. We're talking about all this stuff. And when he's talking to Esquire magazine later on, after he's been indicted, after he's been arrested, it's a whole different story. So, you know, you can't make these prejudgments and say that they're actual fact.
No, I can't make the prejudgments. You're absolutely right. But I don't like it when people lie.
He probably didn't do it in his head, and maybe actually in fact. But 85% of the people that do it, that get arrested every day for murder and any criminal crime out in California, New York, and all the United States, they cop to it.
I can't believe what you're saying. I watch cops on a regular basis, and all those thugs who get arrested seem to have this superiority complex, and they're all like, you got the wrong guy, copper. Get off my back, and I've got my rights, and don't you cuff me.
So then, Lindsay in rehab, Paris in jail. Hollywood seems to love a good scandal. Celebrity defense attorney Jeffrey Steinberger now, and parenting and wellness expert Dr. Deborah King is with me as well. And Jeffrey, I want to start with you. How does a naked photo equate to millions of dollars for someone in America today?
Oh, Bill, you know, she could sell the rights to it. She could sell the rights on the air. She could sell it. It adds up to her publicity, her value. Vanessa has received, because of this airing of these photos that she took on her camera, on her cell phone, she's probably the second highest hits on the web this week. Just above Lycos. Paris Hilton, look at it, she was nothing until she was just doing regular celebrity stuff, doing little appearances, doing nightclub gigs, and then all of a sudden she did that sex video and she skyrocketed. You know, she's like $300,000 for a nightclub gig. She got her own network series. She did absolutely phenomenal. Look. For kids this age, 18 years young, they got to watch what they're doing on the webs. All these pictures are going to be translated on a website at some point in time. So they got to protect their rights. But the true fact of this is they make big dollars and they jumpstart careers. Well, they actually make this stuff up.
Jeffrey Steinberger, great to see you, Jeffrey.
Great to be here, David.
Start with number 5, Michael Vick.
Tonight, the star quarterback and the pit bulls. Michael Vick pleads not guilty to allegations of dogfighting. Bringing the secret grizzly sport out in the open tonight. It is bigger than you might think and a heck of a lot more popular. Why is it spreading? And is it really being glorified in hip-hop music and culture? Humans, even star athletes who exploit and hurt the vulnerable, whether people or animals, are cowards. So whatever happened to the whole idea of innocent until proven guilty?
Paula, in this country, athletes can beat their wives, but they can't beat their dogs. Vick has got an uphill battle here. He's got an uphill battle to fight. He's got one. The NFL has already made judgment on him. He's got a suspension that all the public knows about.
They're not calling it officially a suspension. They're just saying he can't join the team.
Well, what does that mean? What does that mean if he didn't call it a suspension? Why did they suspend him? He must have done something wrong.
Do you think he's being unfairly treated?
I think he's, first of all, being unfairly treated because he has a right to trial, and he's presumed innocent until proven guilty. Absolutely. But he's got an uphill battle for 2 reasons. He's got one, he's got dogs involved. And this country loves dogs. And 2, he's in a physical sport. And the general public implicates that into general violence. And so, you know, they see him smashing around every Sunday, beating people up, and they think, well, this is a violent guy, you know, maybe he could be violent with dogs. And the transition just goes right over into, you know, he's part of dogfighting. This is a natural consequence.
Look at what is at stake for this man. We talked about his $100 million plus contract.
Yes.
And we know the endorsements could add up to tens and tens of millions of dollars. And we've already seen some of that stuff pulled.
Nike
dropped all their ties.
He's got a $130 million 10-year contract with the Atlanta Falcons. He's got over a $50 million contract with Nike for endorsements. He's got the rest of his life is at stake. He's got 6 years in prison, facing 6 years in jail, and $300,000 fine from the court system, plus probation, parole, plus the reputation, plus the loss of his whole family reputation. I mean, it's a horrendous thing. This is a celebrity brouhaha. This is a celebrity media trial, and we keep doing that to all these people, and we don't know if he's guilty yet. He still is innocent, and he's going to be presumed innocent until he gets into a court of law, and all these people who are speaking out have to be sworn in under penalty of perjury.
I don't know that this did anything for me other than give me a voice and some sound to, so far, what's only been a photograph in court.
Ashley, it did a lot more for the defense. It made her look like a sex little kitten. It made her sexy, teasy. It made her be the kind of gal that Spector would have had in the house, that would have teased him with the gun, played with it, said, come on, Philly baby, come on, come on.
Are you kidding me, Jeff? Are you for real out there? Have you been breathing too much of that Los Angeles air? You're crazy.
It's a little little smoggy, but not that smoggy here.
No way, Jose. Let me tell you, he was unique, interesting, and powerful enough out there in LA. And for all the folks in Iowa and in Vermont who may not be that crazed about Phil Spector, those in LA, he did have quite a following.
The jury is waiting for a summation. They're waiting for somebody to say, hey, this is why the blood is here, and this is why he didn't or he did kill her.
Celebrity lawyer, the lovably abrasive Jeffrey Steinberger.
Yes, justice for all! His fantasies, when he described them, he sounded like he was reading out of the dictionary. I mean, I never heard a fantasy that didn't sound erotic at all. But I'll do the little schoolgirl thing for you. You know, I'll push you in the face a little. Yeah, I'll do the little punch and stuff. You know, I gotta tell you, even if there's a jackpot prize here, you ain't gonna get the jackpot.
Sustained!
The first thing is we can't touch the sicko yet, because the internet is the wild, wild west. So the laws have not gotten up to where the internet has gotten up to.
And the story just keeps getting more bizarre and more unbelievable from there. Joining us now outside the Los Angeles courthouse live is Jeffrey Steinberger, a veteran criminal and defense attorney, entertainment attorney as well, who's represented many celebrity clients.
Why can't we just try this case in English?
I understand. And look, you guys don't shoot the messenger, okay? I know you guys are angry. I know you want to get somebody.
Well, it's upsetting.
No, I really know that you want to get somebody. And I got to tell you what the law is.
Okay.
And the absolute, and this is really straight and really clear cut. There is no other outs on this thing. They waited too long. Montgomery County blew it. They waited 3 years. I don't care if he spoke English, if he spoke Spanglish, they. Okay, it's like Spanglish, they. He didn't understand the nature and the consequences of the proceedings.
That's what his attorney says. Now he's going to community college and he's going to high school here.
And that's what also the court psychiatrist said that she appointed, and that's why Savage had such a problem.
Well, it makes me wonder what's going on in the courtroom down there.
This county clerk, Loretta Knight, said that she looked for 3 years, went to 47 different states, even contacted the embassy, Liberian embassy, and they couldn't find anybody that spoke Vi, this tribal language spoken by only about 100,000 people in the entire world. But what's weird is the Washington Post
could find it in a month.
They found less than that.
In 30 days. Is that amazing? Police can go in without a warrant. The right to speedy trial. Wait. The right to speedy trial. The right to speak is one of those big ones.
So now, anybody that speaks a foreign language is going to be able to go in there. At least this is the concern. Anybody that speaks a foreign language can go in there. I don't understand.
Only in Montgomery County. That's it. Only in Montgomery County. Not in New York. Not in Washington Post land. Not in any major city. Not in any place that does their diligent homework.
So this is just one of those weird cases. It's all about the Constitution.
It's an horrendous act. It was a repeated rape. There was an arrest. There's witnesses. They could have prosecuted diligently, and they could have prosecuted it the right way, but they didn't.
I get your point, Senator. And Jeffrey, does she have a point? Because these people do need to re-enter society. Where are they supposed to go? And do you not push them back to the dark side if you don't give them some place to go?
We're not telling them they can't go anywhere. We're releasing them into society. We just want the employers protected. If you do the crime, you have to do the time.